Hey everybody, what is going on? It's Gabe again, and that's right, welcome to LifeMission Church. It's so good to be with you, and I always gotta say special shout out to our friends in Hero Squad, our friends in Kansas City, Kansas, Ottawa, and Olathe. It's so good to be with you today, and I've been talking to you about us being led. We've had a verse we've been talking about this whole month, Romans 8:14. For those who are led by the Spirit of God are the children of God. And we talked about all different ways that we've been led, right? But here's a question for you. When you've been led to a destination or somewhere, how do you know that you've gotten there? Do you maybe, once you get somewhere, say you're on a trip or something, do they take pictures and they put them up on the internet? Selfie. I don't know, what do you do when you get to a destination to really say, I've made it? How do you show that you've made it to that destination, and what do you do? So here's my question for you. All of those that I just said, as well as what do you think about when you finally reach that destination, and how do you show that you made it there? We all like to have memories of destinations. I know that I do, and as I look back with my family, there's been some fun places that we've been able to go. I'll never forget the first time that my girls got to see the ocean.
Whoa, this is
Yeah, that's right. As I look back and I see the joy in their face, I'm like, wow, I can even remember what the smell was like, and might even have some sand or seashells somewhere from that. But we remember how we got to that destination. But see, I was led to that destination through a few ways. One, I was led there by my GPS. See, the GPS told me where to go. I had to listen to the voice, but I also had to look around me because there were some signs and detours, and even though I wanted to go down this road, that was closed and I had to go this way. And because I chose to follow what I was listening to and what I was looking for, I was able to get to our destination. But see, if I wasn't looking or listening, I might have been up somewhere that I didn't want to be. So as I think of destination and us being led, what do you have that you really can take from that? What can you show? Like I said, I might have some sand or seashells somewhere that I could show from our destination being led there. But what about you? What do you have to show that you've been led to a destination in life? Okay, so there are many ways that we can show that we've been led. Now, what about you? Have you been led maybe at school in a play? Maybe it's your dance team, or it's your soccer team, your baseball team. Maybe it's your math team and you're doing a quiz or something like that. There's lots of ways to show that we've been led somewhere, because when we first started, I didn't know how to do that dance, or I didn't know those questions or anything, but yet we were led through it, maybe by a teacher, a coach, or a parent, and we can see that we've gotten somewhere. You know, we talked about how someone could be led maybe through a trail or through the woods or something like that. Do you know if you're led by somebody through the woods and they don't know where they're going, well, you end up lost. Oh, how about if you tried to go on a game, maybe where you build stuff, maybe where you could build like houses and forts and different stuff, but if you don't know where the right tools are, if you don't know what supplies to use, well, if someone's leading you and they don't know, then your house ain't gonna be that big or strong, right? You wanna be able to build a house or build a fort or something by someone who knows how to do it. They wanna be able to lead you in how to get there and do that. So let me ask you, how are you being led in your life? Just like our verse we've been talking about, for those who are led by the Spirit of God are children of God. And we've talked about that in a lot of different ways, but how can you show that you're being led? We talked about how you can show you're being led in different sports teams and everything else, but yet how can you be led by the Spirit of God in your life? Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, now, I know, I always gotta have food and everything else, but here's some things I got right here. I've got an orange, I've got an apple, and I got a pear. I know I'm hungry, right? Okay, so here's the thing. Here's my question for you. If you saw an orange tree, and you saw an apple tree, and you saw a pear tree, okay? And you were driving by, would you be able to tell that that was an orange tree, an apple tree, or a pear tree? odds are if you're driving by, I don't know if you'd be able to tell just driving by real quick. But if you were to stop and look up there and look, how could you really tell that that was an orange tree? Or how could you tell that that was an apple tree or a pear tree? Well, I know what you're saying. You'd be like, hey, well, just look in your hands, you can see it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can tell the difference between an orange tree, a pear tree, and an apple tree because of their fruit. See, those trees bear different fruit, even though they're trees and they're dug in the ground and they have roots and they have flowers and different things like that. But yet all of those have fruit. And the same way, the Holy Spirit can help produce fruit in us. Now, hold on. I know what you're thinking. You're not gonna wake up and then all of a sudden in the middle of the night be like, Mom, I got an orange growing through my ear, or I got a pear from my nose. Okay, that doesn't happen. And if it does, wow, I don't know what vitamins you're taking, but seriously, like you ain't gonna be growing any fruit. What we're talking about is fruit of the Spirit. The Holy Spirit can produce inside of us. In Galatians 5:22 and 23 it says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Now those are a lot of different things, but they're all different kinds of fruit. And those are what are produced by the Holy Spirit. When we are led by the Holy Spirit, then those produce that fruit in our life. I know for me, I need peace. And yes, I know I need some patience. And let's admit, I need kindness and goodness and faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. It's funny how all of those I could say that I need. And probably if you ask my friends and those around you, they probably say they need those as well. But that's the difference. See, when I'm being led by myself, I don't know if I'm gonna have that kind of fruit. But yet when I'm being led by the Holy Spirit, that is the fruit that could be shown in my life. Just like we talked about how we're led in different ways and different things that we do, that shows what we're done. Well, maybe we can have fruit in our life that shows how the Holy Spirit is leading us. So what of those fruits of the Holy Spirit do you feel like you have in your life? Maybe it's love and joy and peace. Or maybe you're here and you're saying, well, maybe I need some patience and kindness and goodness. What are some of the fruits that you see in your life, and what fruits of the Holy Spirit do you need in your life?